If you're going to court, you're going to have some nerves. And one of those things probably centers around, what do I wear to court? And we used to tell people, dress like you're going to a job interview. Like, we live in Austin, so for you that may be like jeans and a polo. Like, we want to do a little better than that. So maybe you're dressing like you're going to somebody's funeral or something. Like, you want to look like a sharp, respectable individual who took this seriously and gave the court the respect it deserves. Like, judges want to be respected. I mean, and they should be. But they're going to expect you. Like, some courts require a tie, a jacket. I definitely, as a lawyer, kind of got in a little trouble one time when I showed up in a work dress, kind of like what I have on, but didn't have a jacket. And they were acting like I was disrespecting them. And I don't quite get that, to be honest. And yet, guess what? The next time I went, I wore a jacket. Didn't I? Because that's the way the game is played. So Rage Against the Machine somewhere else. When you go to this, show up and dress nice and dress like you take this seriously, you take your kids seriously, your money seriously, and this judge seriously, and remove any doubt. Like, when in doubt, don't do it. You want to look like kind of plain and regular. This is not all the tattoos showing, all the jewelry, all the bling. This is not your fashion moment. You want to look boring. I think the number one thing a judge is looking for when observing you in a divorce case at trial is who to believe here. They've got two people with two sets of lawyers at least arguing with them about which parent should be the primary parent, which parent should have this and that amount of time. And a lot of times in the modern world, it's a close call. Like, you got two good parents there who both love their kids and for some reason can't get this whole thing figured out. So then if I'm a judge, what I'm trying to figure out is, like, who do I believe here? Who's telling me a story? Whose things don't quite smell right? So I think that's the number one thing they're looking for is, like, are you believable? And what they're probably in their heart doing, whether they're fully aware they're doing that or not, is like, can I trust you with these kids? If you say you're going to take care of them and you say you're going to make sure they get their education, do their homework, get their shots, whatever, can I trust you? And so I think that's the number one thing courts are looking for when you go in there. I think the number one thing that you can do in court to be successful is to be boring. Now hear me out. What you don't want to do is go in and be like all drama. And I have to talk to myself so much about this because when the other party's going, even as a lawyer, I'm like, oh, it makes me angry. It makes me want to say something. I'm like, they're such a liar. Ah. Or I might just want to be like, roll my eyes. I have a good eye roll, but like a super big eye roll situation. But if I did that at court, things would definitely go worse for me. So I don't want you to do that. I want you just to sit there calmly. Let this person you've paid a bunch of money to get you here, this lawyer, let them do their job. And you sit there, maybe you'll make a little Post-it note every so often and just calmly hand it to them, but not like, oh my God, you're shoving papers at them. Because that negative, hysterical, frenzied energy is off-putting to the judge. And they're automatically going to be like, I've seen it happen so many times. So be boring and just sit there and be as calm as you can. Trust the process. Oh, I'm sorry, it's hard. As much as you can. And in that vein of being boring, no matter what you do, like no matter what happens in that room, do not talk while the judge is talking. I swear, some of the really great results I've gotten in court over the years have been because I'm the only person in the room who knows when the judge is talking, shut up, don't talk. Don't talk over the judge. Don't keep speaking. Don't argue back. As a lawyer, I like wait until the judge is finished. And sometimes I'll say, Your Honor, I have thought if the court would like it. Right? I don't even just start assuming they want to hear me speak. And that level of like respect and deference helps a lot. So whenever you're going to court, the best thing you can do is just be boring. Another thing you could do to hurt yourself in court is to go in unprepared because you're going to get grilled with a lot of questions by your lawyer and the other lawyer. So especially, let's think about in the custody situation, and you're saying you should be the primary parent. Well, hopefully you and your legal team have met before the hearing and gone through different questions they may ask you, things you need to know, things you need to be prepared for. But if you get up there and you're not prepared, you didn't review the paperwork, you didn't have that meeting with your lawyer, and they start quizzing you, and all of a sudden they're like, well, who's your kid's first grade teacher? That happens. It happens. Or what may happen is your lawyer may not tell you to think of it, and you get what's called cross-examined. The other lawyer says, okay, Mr. Smith, so you're going to be the primary parent. What's Sally's first grade teacher's name? And they may not know, right? So have you done your homework? Do you know the basic things you should know to support your case? No judgment. Like sometimes, like Miss Smith, there's like 3 teachers. I mean, I'm not judging you for even doing it, but this is a thing you can do to set yourself up for success. Be prepared. Meet with your lawyer, review the facts in your own situation, and be able to recall them quickly so you don't get stuck up on the stand feeling like a big old dummy. Obviously, going to court can be really scary and overwhelming. It's not someplace you go all the time, right? It's overwhelming. There's lots of rules that you don't know what they are, and you know this is not your sandbox. But if you can remember a few things like to be boring, to dress boring, so, coming from me, be boring, please, like more of that. Be prepared. Those things are going to go a long way to calm your nerves and ease your nerves so that you can get in there and put on the best case for you and your kids.